Hello, hello, hello. So today we're going to be talking about posture, the key to a healthier, more youthful you. And who knew that posture helped reverse your age? Good posture, that is. Bad posture, quite the opposite. We're going to talk about the importance. We're going to talk about exercises that you can do to improve your posture, stretches, awareness of your posture, and what some of the benefits are of having good posture. So, spine health, you have to have good curves for your spine to be optimally healthy. So, the important thing is to always be working towards that. And good posture in terms of standing and balancing and sitting, you want to sit in ways that help to improve those healthy curves, and that you can see from the skull. It curves in like a C, then it comes out in your upper back, then it goes in like a C on your in your lumbar area, and then it comes out on your sacrum. Let me see if I can put that. No, I can't do that. All right. Well, anyway, if you follow those curves, so those are the healthy curves. So the natural curves looking from the side view. And when the spine is properly aligned, the best that it can be, it reduces a lot of strain on the vertebrae, on the discs, on the surrounding muscles, and it helps minimize the risk of all kinds of spinal disorders like herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, and spinal stenosis. But if you already have any of those issues, you need to have them corrected the best you can through a chiropractor and also through posture awareness and posture exercises. So those are all things that you can do to minimize the effect of having any of those conditions. A lot of people have bulging discs and herniated discs and don't have any pain, believe it or not. So the more that you do to improve your posture, the less effect those are going to have on you on a daily basis. And the more you move, the more the cerebral spinal fluid keeps the discs healthy. And that's why walking is so critical and movement is so critical. That's why today in our society, when people sit all the time for work or relaxation, they're actually significantly increasing the negative effects of sitting posture on the discs, which increases a lot of the pressure, especially when you're sitting leaning forward. That increases the pressure multiple times. If you're sitting up straight, it actually does help to improve it. And you can do that, with a good chair and also with support, back supports. So, muscle strength is also really important part of posture. So, when you have good posture, it distributes your body weight evenly across the spine and the supporting muscles and reduces strain on those various muscle groups. So, like I was saying, if you're leaning forward, you're going to increase the strain on your lower back. If you're constantly tense in your upper back, you're going to have pain between your shoulder blades or in the upper part, where your neck and upper back meet. So let's see. Core muscles, very important. When your core muscles are stronger, it gives you strength and stability so that it helps prevent some of that degradation in that lower back. So the exercises, we're going to give you a few for posture, but I also, in the exercise section, we'll talk more about some other things that you can do to build your core muscles, like yoga and Pilates are really helpful for that. And I highly recommend a program, which we will have in this series. So when you have good posture, not only does it help the muscles and ligaments and discs, it also helps to maximize the function of your organs, because you're sitting hunched forward, you're causing pressure on your digestive organs, on your diaphragm, so you're not going to breathe as well. It's going to affect your lung and the lung capacity, going to compress your lungs and reduce your respiratory function. It's going to affect your heart and circulation, and it's going to affect your digestion as well, because it's going to put pressure on those organs when where they're not supposed to have pressure. So those are all important parts of alignment. And it's not just about sitting or standing straight, which are definitely important. It's also about being able to maintain a good balance. How many times have you heard older people have fall because their balance is really off? And so the time to fix that is now. You can start working on those postural muscles, and it doesn't really take that much to improve that. And when you're more balanced and your core muscles are strong and you have this balance, you're less likely to injure yourself and have injuries due to falls. And that goes across the board. Like sometimes you hear people say, well, I kind of tripped over, but I caught myself. Well, that's because they have good posture and they have the muscles that can keep them intact even when they have an obstacle. And that's happened to me before, and I'm sure you have also. So we're going to talk more about the muscle, the balance as well. So good posture helps to help more oxygen to the brain and therefore helps improve brain function. I don't know about in cats, but I thought that was a really cute picture. And then Harvard University found that sitting up straight improves symptoms, also emotional symptoms of anxiety, stress, and depression, which I thought was pretty interesting. So, that's a very simple thing that we can do, and that it just helps you feel better about yourself. Poor posture also causes us to lose some height, and that is causes, when we lose height, it increases our risk of dying from various ailments related to cardiovascular and respiratory diseases. So that's how it fits in with the anti-aging program. So before we can go into what to do about bad posture, let's talk about how you know you have bad posture. And we all know what it looks like when we're hunched over. And sometimes, God, I'm seeing that so much from younger and younger ages because of the way that we talk on our phones, play on our phones, computers, etc., and the way we sit. So, if you look in the mirror and you can tell if one ear is higher than the other, is your nose off center from your clavicle notch? Is one hip higher than the other? And you probably have noticed this. The seams on your pants don't seem to match, or your skirts are uneven. And also your shoulder. One shoulder may be higher than the other. And that could come from all kinds of things. Just get used to being in that position. We continue it, and because we're not aware. And that's why looking in the mirror is really important. And we're going to do an exercise that helps you correct that. From the side, is your upper back hunched forward? Is it difficult to lie flat on your back? And one that I don't have on here is that you can actually put your finger on your hip joint and see if it's above your ankle. And they should be in same alignment. It shouldn't be forward where you're pushing forward, or it shouldn't be back. And either one of those is going to cause pressure on your spine. Do you have regular persistent upper back pain and discomfort? That's an indicator. And is it difficult to take a deep breath? That often comes because of poor posture. So all of these signs are the long-term effects of bad posture. And now we're going to talk a little bit about what to do about that. So what can you do? So one of the most important things is chiropractic care. And not just any kind of chiropractor. And I've been in practice as a holistic chiropractor for 28 years now. And I know that not all chiropractors are the same. And I'm very blessed to be in a practice. I work now semi-retired and part-time, where a lot of people come to us that have been to many other kinds of chiropractors, because what we do not only really works, but it doesn't hurt people, and it's very effective, it's very gentle, and you don't have to get snapped and cracked. It doesn't cause any potential injuries, and it also is very specific. So if you looked in the mirror and your head was tilted, then you're talking about potentially having a problem between your skull, brain stem, and your spine. And I really recommend what we call an Atlas doctor. An Atlas doctor, let me see. No, I don't have a thing to show. But an Atlas doctor is one that fixes your upper neck area between the brainstem and the spine. And a lot of times people need that when they have, like I said, they have a head tilt. They might have had a head trauma, or they may have epilepsy, whiplash, migraines, any kind of brain dysfunction. An Atlas doctor is the only one proven by research to be able to help with those type of issues. And that doesn't mean that no other chiropractor can do it, but there's more research on an Atlas chiropractor than than any other kind for that particular those type of problems. And I've given you here a doctor where I'm sorry on the internet that you can look up different types of Atlas doctors that may be in your area. And the other kind that I do, that I've been doing for 28 years, is called activator methods. And it does the whole body and all the extremities as well. It's very gentle, highly effective. And I work with a lot of people that have hand problems. They may have carpal tunnel or problem with thumb, and that happens a lot working on the phones. They may have knee problems or foot problems. I work on every joint in the body. So the activator, you can look up here to find an activator doctor if you have a problem in other joints other than your spine. If you find an office that does both, that's even better. That's what we do in our office. We do both, and many doctors that do Atlas type of work also do something like activator. If you have any questions about that, you can ask me. Happy to talk about that. All right, so posture exercises help you become more balanced in your standing and walking, like we were saying. It also helps you have less pain that results from poor posture, and help you build awareness of your posture. And we recommend doing these pretty much every day to start with, because you're trying to correct a problem that has probably been there for many years, and it's going to take time to build that awareness in that, where it becomes second nature. And it'll become something that happens very quickly for you over time. Okay, these exercises I'm not going to go over in detail or demonstrate, because I have left these right after this video. You'll see the PDFs that have these exercises. The Stork exercise is the one that I was talking about, which helps you with balance, particularly with balance. And you do it in front of a mirror and follow the directions very carefully, because you have to balance. If you do have one shoulder generally higher than the other, you have to be able to balance that, put your head over your clavicle notch, and be able to do all of that while you lift your leg to 90 degrees. And your leg is coming straight out from your hips are balanced, and you're going to have to tighten different muscles to maintain that posture. You want to try to hold it for 30 seconds. I recommend having a chair there for you to hold on to, so that you can, because initially you're not going to be balanced, and you'll also find that one leg is more balanced than the other. That's normally what happens, especially if your pelvis is out of alignment. So those will really be helpful. That one, work on that. The these other exercises will really help in the long term with your posture and building the core muscles for posture. So the floor tilt and the neck retractions, working on building the neck muscles in the back of your neck. And the upper back, the posture angels is really good for that. Read through that. That also incorporates the pelvic tilt with the arm raises, which helps stretch the front upper back, the front of your chest, and then keep your upper back in alignment. And being able to raise your arm up and down helps your shoulder joints. So it helps in the front and the back of your joint. That really helps a lot with upper back pain. So do all of these before moving on with this section. Perform them on a daily basis for now until you really see that you're starting to hold that good posture. And I'm also including in that section with these exercises the stretches for your neck and upper back that have to do with trigger points. And you'll look at the picture, it's going to show you the different trigger points and different pain points that you may feel on your face, on your neck, on your head, on your back. And you'll be able to then do the stretches that help to alleviate that. That is going to help alleviate a lot of discomfort in your head, in your neck, and in your back. All right. Happy posture.